Back again at the command center of the jwsolarusa. We are just doing an update here, as you guys have seen the video I just uploaded. And if you haven't seen that, and watch the video before this one, and showing on the batteries performance on the Volkswagen e-Golf lithium battery. These are Sanyo batteries, 75 amp hour each, and 8 of them all the way down. Stack them. They're just standing here, 4 in parallel and series. So check the voltage. It's almost half the day here. So we're still sitting at 29 from the previous video, you guys can see, and we're still sitting at 29. Let's just see how much power we already extracted from the batteries here. So we're going to the BMK meters and go back here. So we are already took out 143 amp hours. As you guys seen on the previous video, you've seen the amp hours we took out from the batteries. So I was hoping that it's going to be 150 amp hours. So that's going to be half of the battery bank that we have here, which is a 300 amp hour battery bank, 24 volt. So guys, the solar system is off, nothing. We're just running completely off grid. We just want to see how much power we can take off from these batteries and how long they're gonna stay without being charged, running the house full time. Well, these batteries are proven themselves, and you guys can see from the previous whatever. So now it's seeing about 52%. I'm trying to ignore the state of charge when it comes to this application. In as much I've learned so much about these lithium batteries, sometimes the state of charge is useless. But it's the voltage more you gotta pay attention to, because of your cells. You gotta make sure that you don't deplete your cells and ruin them. The state of charge, the current in the batteries, they meant something, but to my opinion, you better pay attention to the volts, because you keep going with the state of charge, you're gonna end up like the batteries don't even discharge at all. Then you charge them up again. But both of them are important. But I'm trying to turn my way of seeing things or looking at things the other way around, to see more, because we're dealing with volt here, not just the amps, the energy stored in the battery. But look at it, we've never been down to 50s. We're always sitting at 80%, and 80% is always about 31 point something volts, 31.4, and that gives us to that thing. So the voltage is not going anywhere. We want to make sure we utilize the voltage, which is a 24 volt application, and we have a long way to go before topping the batteries. So if we're pushing to the 2.5 days going to 3 days, these batteries are doing an outstanding job. So guys can see here, we're currently pulling 4 amps from the batteries, fridge running, and let's see here was the AC amps we're pulling. So 120 volt at 60 hertz, and we're only pulling an amp from 4. If we go back here, you guys can see, I don't know why the Magnum is reading it this way. You can see DC amps BMK is 7, and look at it here, is 4. All right, so I just want to give an update to the system and how it's doing, and we're going to be charging the batteries soon, and see how this thing. I want to drag them just to exercise the batteries instead of sitting the way they are, and drop the voltage in a way that they really sense that they've been energized, or maybe energize them later. And that's what I wanted. I don't try to destroy them because they're expensive batteries, and it's hard for me to find show a thing like this again. But I'm still got my eyes open watching. um Merciful God probably can bring the opportunity for me again to come across these batteries and get a hold of them. But any of you guys happen to see this battery somewhere, and you think probably you can buy them, send me the link so that I can able to go through this, because I want to have a lot of these batteries. Thanks for watching. Love you guys all. And live from Minnesota, jwsolarusa, USA. Bye for now. Well, update on the system, guys. This is where I want to stop, because now it's half my battery bank, which is the 8.544 kilowatts of lithium, Volkswagen lithium battery. So this is where I'm gonna stop, because I already took half of the battery, which is a 24 volt and 300 watt hours, or amp hours, sorry. And if you look at it here, so approximately it's reading like 28. That's the minimum voltage, and the maximum voltage was that. So if you look at right now, we're sitting at 49% state of charge. And some people would think probably battery's already destroyed, or maybe it's not good anymore. I've never ever brought it down this way. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna be flipping the switch to charge this battery with the second inverter, which is the 240 volt AC that is gonna be charging instead of using this. It's faster using the 240, 30 amps in, and this is good. And it's on a 30 amp breaker, and this one is just tied on a 15 amp breaker here. So we're gonna charge this thing rapidly, and it's gonna be really fast. And let's check the batteries here. It's sitting at 29.1. So 29.1 divided by 4, you do the math, you're gonna tell you exactly how many how much volt on each cell. Okay, well, let's go back. But if I'm charging, if I flip this switch right now, you will see the inverter is gonna go into the grid. It's a 30 amp, and it's synchronizing. Then it's gonna bring the power, is gonna see. But that's a 15 amp. There you go. I just want to give you updates what's going on here. So almost it's past 1400 hours here in Minnesota, Central Standard Time. So it's ramping up. Actually goes up about 50 something amps. It's climbing. I regulate it not to go more than that, because if you look at here, I only put it on an 8 amp, but it's a 15 amp breaker. If you go 10 or something, you trip the breaker. Okay, so that's why I put it on an 8 amp. So right now it's putting 55 amps. So going to the AC meter here, is 25 amps. It's pushing back. See that? All right, so we're gonna do something here, simulating. Go to see the amps here. It's putting positive 44 29.6 amps. Okay, so see that 29.4. We're gonna go switch to the 240 and see how it behaves. I'm gonna shut this one down, okay, and go to here so that I can see how many amps coming in, because it's not gonna register on the main screen here. It's just gonna register here, because what this inverter does, this other one don't know anything. It doesn't know anything. So shut this one. Okay, cut that breaker off, and let's go turn the 240 on. I gotta go to the main panel for that one to come on. There you go. We just mixed the click. You see the light is gonna be illuminating soon here, and we're gonna be seeing a massive amps gonna be coming over 90 something amps. There we go. It's cranking it. See that? It's going. Pretty soon the fan's gonna go off. Putting about 94.4 amps. And this guy is illuminating now. See, it's on, flashing. There you go. There you go, the fan just kicking. Hear that? So if I try to turn this guy on, it's gonna override the other thing, which is gonna slow down. One of these 15 amps gonna slow down while the 240 overrides it. So let's check this out. Now you see 0 amps is not registering. So this inverter don't know nothing what is going on. This one is pushing the power, charging the batteries, charging these batteries right here. Okay, and tied from here, positive, negative here. It doesn't know anything. So check this out. If I pull this breaker up, it will start. See, it's gonna say connect. So let's see. Right now it's demanding the power. It will try and put some power. Now it's already connect. So you see it started bringing its own power in. Then after that it's gonna fade out. There you go. Let's see. Pretty soon it's synchronizing. There you go. See? But it cannot continue bringing a massive current like that. So let's go back here and check it out. On the AC side, it's bringing about 11 amps on the grid. You transform it to 45, and if we go back here and get it to here, see the massive amps we're going to be bringing in charge. And look at that, 121.1 amps charging rapidly. Okay, it's falling like I was saying. Probably this one is, see that, disconnected because it's too much amps. So I just shut this off. I utilized that one, which charged the batteries really fast. Now we were sitting at 49, looking at 50% already, and we're still pushing 93.4 amps. And look, the number is falling because it was 153, something like that. And it's going to be charging really fast, and the batteries are all charged. Well, just want to give you updates for those of you that don't have this equipment and you don't know how they work. Well, it's gonna probably be a weird thing for, you know, some people think it's weird, or maybe it's not necessary to teach or to show you guys. But I'm like a teacher. I like teaching stuff. I like showing things what it is, because some people don't even know this because they never own the equipment. They never think it's important, but it's important when someone needs the information and they don't know what to do. And if there's my videos have that kind of information, that's a win-win for the person who is looking for a certain thing. You might not look for something like this, but you might come across something that makes sense to you. This is all I have for you guys today, live here at the command center of the jwsolarusa. Thanks for watching, and watch the video on the Outback power system on the Outback valve cover. Okay, it's here. Stay tuned. Bye for now.